Hi everyone, our journal page today, and I've posted this one on my Facebook page some time ago, and some of you asked how I made it, so I'm doing something similar. I'm going to use the same technique for that matter, but change colors and focal image. So we're going to start. This is a sketchbook paper, and I've got here some dark purple that I'm going to put here, and some very light purple, lilac, I don't know, whatever, and I've got some white. So what I'm starting with, and I need something, let's put something underneath. So the other page I just used some green, turquoise green. Now I'm using purple, and I'm taking a soft brush. It really doesn't matter which, and I haven't gessoed it. I'm putting it on the page as is. So I'm taking a little bit of the purple and dry brushing. No, there is no water on my brush. This is completely dry, and I'm just working it almost into the page like so. Now if it's too dry because the acrylic paint is heavy, it's not runny, then very likely add a little bit of water, which what I'm doing now. But right now I want it almost completely dry, so I'm just going like this, and now I'm taking a little bit of the lighter color and adding the dark, and again just letting them blend into each other. If I feel it's not dark enough, I will add from the darker color. If I feel it's not light enough, then I will add from the lighter color. And it really doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be gradually. I'm just playing with it right now like so. I'm adding just a bit of water. And continuing to work it into my page. And it doesn't have to be from darker to light. You can play with it. I can add darker spot here. It's really up to you what you want on your page. The only thing I'm trying to do is to blend them so I won't have harsh lines on my page. And I'm going in circular motion again, so I won't have straight lines on the page. So this is it. I'm going to let this dry completely before I continue. I'll be back. Okay, so this is dry now. I am going for stenciling. I've got more of the lighter purple, still have the white here, and I'm taking this stencil. I've used another stencil for the other page. It really doesn't matter. Use whatever you have, and I'm taking a little bit of the lighter purple, and I'm dabbing excess and starting to stencil. Now I'm holding it in place, and I want to see if it's enough. Yeah, it shows. I was worried that it won't be enough on the purple, on the dark purple, to be noticeable enough. So I'm just dabbing, and as I'm getting inside, I'm going to put less and less on my sponge, so it will almost fade into the background. I don't want, again, don't want harsh lines. I want it almost fading. Now I don't know how much of it you can see, but I will lift it in a minute and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, I think I will add just a little bit more paint here. It's not enough, and maybe I will lose the effect of fading into the background, but never mind. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep at it, and I don't care, so it won't fade into the background. As you can see, I'm lifting and checking each time. Yeah, good enough for me. Moving to this side. Now I'm using this one, but I can also use this one. It really doesn't matter. I just wanted some element that will almost frame my page, and decided to go only on these two corners. Of course, you can decide on other corners, or anything goes. So again, dabbing away excess paint, trying to be quick about it right now so we can move on. Just a little bit more in several places. Yeah, and now another stencil, and I've used this, it looks like handwritten script, whatever, and again, you can use whatever stencil you have. I just wanted something more texture in the background for the added detail, and that's what I've used. It's not something that you're looking at it and saying, oh, I can read it. It really doesn't matter. Now I'm mixing a little bit of the white with the purple, that just so I will have a little bit of distinction between the elements, between these two corners that I've stenciled and what I'm putting on now. Now it's going to be a very subtle distinction, but nonetheless, that's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going for, and I'm going to continue stenciling this all over in between these two corners, and then I'll come back. So background is finished. I want to add a focal point now. In the other page I used a rose. It was from a paper napkin, and I'm going to use again a paper napkin just so you can see what I've done, because you can't glue anything directly from a paper napkin on top of a dark background. You need to adhere it first to white paper. So I want to add some dragonflies here, and I've got this paper napkin, and even if I'm putting it here like this, Not to mention, if I'm adding some glue, it will just disappear into the background. Only this will probably show. So I'm just taking this one dragonfly, and I'm taking printer paper, simple printer paper, although if you want something more substantial you can. The only thing is that it would be a white. Now I'm just so it would be easier, and because it's small, I'm using a glue stick so I don't have to battle with wet glue. Just make sure that you have glue where the image is. That's the only thing. Now, so it's on white and it's nice. I want to add a little bit shimmer to it. Most of the time when I'm doing dragonflies, I'm adding something that will shimmer, and I'm just using nail polish with glittery stuff in it, and it will also make sure that everything stays in place. It will just be a nice coating with a little bit of shimmer, and when it's dry I will fussy cut it out. Not while it's wet, of course. And you can play with this stuff with all kinds of nail polish. If you have glitter glue, also works. And if you don't want to do either, just seal it with white glue. And I want just a little bit something more. I've got this more shimmery stuff, and I'm gonna put it a little bit here on the underside of each wing. A little bit more definition to the wing, and more glitter. Something like that. Okay, and if I want also the body to be a little bit shimmery, then I'm just going over with clear nail polish. And of course I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then I'm going to cut it. So I've already prepared one, just so you will see. And here it is. I hope you can see the glittery stuff, and I'm going to put it, I think, here, and the other one here. So I'm just going to let this dry, cut it out, and then I'll be back. So here it is, my two dragonflies. I adhere them to my page, and I just want to add some words, and I'm putting them here. Together is a wonderful place to be. And I hope it's straight. I am still getting used to my multifocal glasses, and they are giving me trouble. So let's hope. Let's hope it's straight. Basically, this is it. A very simple and quick page. I hope you liked it. I hope you'll try something like that and have fun with it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.